So hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and of course it is Spotlight Hour again. It's Tuesday evening, we're here every week, and today it is Shroomish. So the mushroom Pokemon gets featured in Spotlight Hour, and it has a really nice shiny actually, which we'll delve into a little bit later. But the shiny of Shroomish is 1 in 512, so it's full odds again, as most Pokemon are that feature in the Spotlight Hour. But a thing to remember, this Spotlight Hour, the bonus. So the bonus is 2 times Catch Stardust, and Shroomish is one of those Pokemon which have boosted Stardust anyway. So you get 500 per catch normally. With that 2 times boost, obviously it makes it up to 1,000 Stardust per catch. And then with Star Piece on, you can add 50% to that, so another 500, so 1,500 Stardust per catch. So let's just have a quick look and see how much Stardust we've got. Just over 11 million Stardust, so we'll have a quick look and see how much we've gained after, and see how that adds up. But Shroomish is actually quite a nice throw as well. We're probably going to put a lucky egg on as well. Now, 24 hours ago, around about 7:15, so just 15 minutes after the Spotlight Hour finishes tonight, it will be 24 hours, and I took a screenshot of how much XP we were on, just because of the amount of friendships I've got leveling up today. So let's go ahead and open these gifts now that we have a lucky egg on. So we've got a best friend, so best friend bonus there. There's also the magnetic study event, which we'll talk a little bit about as well, but that's the research task that you can see me completing as I send these people gifts back. And then we'll get speaking about the event, speaking about what news has happened as well this last week or so on Pokemon GO. We'll also talk about that, and obviously we'll be catching Shroomish and talking about the event that's currently happening as well. We'll just go ahead and open all these gifts. A lot of best friends going today, which is amazing. Another best friend there, because obviously the current season, one of the bonuses for the current season, the Go Max season, which is currently out until December, start of December, is that you get 50% XP boost when leveling up with friends. So a best friend, instead of being 100,000, would be 150,000, and then with a lucky egg on, it turns into 300,000 instead of a lucky egg with 200,000. So big difference when you start stacking them up. So we've got a load of people who are leveling up today with, so I'm just quickly going to get through these, and then we have a load of people as well, because if you didn't already see on my little community bit on my YouTube, I did put my trainer code up yesterday, so you can add me if you want. It's on there. I haven't yet reset it, so I probably will do in the next sort of 48 hours or so. So if you haven't yet added me, make sure you do. But we'll get these new friendships open as well, because these should be around about 9,000 per friendship, which is loads when you're only opening gifts really. And there's a lot of gifts here to open, so all good while we've got a lucky egg on. Will you give me your account? Unfortunately not. I'm going to have loads of these best friends come up here. Trevor Sigmasaurus. So all these friendships populating now. Let's just go ahead and open some more of those new ones we haven't leveled up with yet. And then we'll get into Spotlight Hour So a couple more, and then we'll start catching these Shroomishes and talking a little bit about the event that's currently going on. But this is lovely XP, this is. Definitely worth, if you are thinking about putting a lucky egg on to friendship level up. If you do try and preempt it, you can always stick your training code online and try to so let's just keep going here. One more, and then we'll get going with the Shroomish. So yeah, if you stick your trader code online, you can sort of preempt putting a lucky egg on. You have loads of 9,000s that you can put on. So let's go ahead and start catching these Shroomish. These should be quite decent to do some excellent throws on, or great throws, to try and earn that XP as well while we've got the lucky egg on. But obviously the main benefit with it being Shroomish today is that Stardust, that 2x Catch Stardust bonus with the Spotlight Hour, and with our star piece on, 1,500 Stardust per catch, which is just incredible. So we'll definitely keep an eye on how our Stardust is doing. And we're not going to focus too much on getting the great and excellent throws. If it happens, it happens. But we're mainly just going to catch as many as we can for that Stardust and try and get the most out of that bonus. We'll probably try and do a bit of a route as well with our buddy while we've got him out. Always worth an extra buddy heart if you know you're near a route and you'll be walking it anyways. Might as well do it. And obviously you have a chance of getting Zygarde cells as well. But obviously one of the big things in the game is, of course, we tried it last week, but the daily incense, where you can now find the glaring bird. I know a lot of people have been talking about it. Unfortunately, I've been doing it since that event started, probably about 10 days ago now. I've been doing it since every day, and I've also been extending it every day, and I did do today as well. Had at least an hour going today on it, but at weekends I've been up to 3-4 hours on the daily incense, and I still haven't actually encountered a glaring bird since the shiny has been released. Really, really disappointing odds. Well, I do know a few people who have managed to get the shiny. Somebody in my local community managed to get the shiny glaring Zapdos, and another one managed to get the shiny glaring Articuno. So really, really cool looking shinies. Obviously they've done the colours the same as the Kanto versions, which is a really nice touch. But out of all of them, I'd probably say the Zapdos. After seeing the Zapdos, I know Fleece King has also got one. But after seeing the shiny Zapdos, it is a really, really nice looking Pokemon. But let me know in the comments below what your favourite out of those three is. What do you most want shiny? And how hard have you been grafting that daily incense trying to get it? So let's just claim the research that we've got, and obviously this is an event research, so we get Magnemite. So that brings me on to the next subject that we're going to be talking about. Is a 3-day event which is currently on, and it's a magnetic study event. And today, the first day of the event, starting from midnight last night until midnight tonight, so it lasts for the full 24 hours, there's increased chance of getting Plusle shiny, so the little electric Pokemon. Plusle with its little red ears. Obviously Minun is the opposite version, and we'll come on to that in a minute because that's also featured. But today is the increased odds of getting Plusle shiny, and you can get it via doing research tasks. So the event research tasks you find, you will either get Plusle, Magnemite, as I've just got, or Minun. And each day, each one of those will be boosted shiny odds. Today is a boosted shiny odds of Plusle, tomorrow will be Magnemite, and on Thursday it will be mining. So make sure if you're missing out on any of those, then you can try and hunt for them on those specific days. But we are only boosted each time on different days. And also there's a few extra bonuses as well which come with it, and you'll also find a special research as well for the event. Still nothing here at the moment. Like I say, we are going to keep an eye on this Shroomish, on the Stardust count, should I say, and see what we end up with. And obviously we'll reflect back at our XP as well, what it was 24 hours ago at 7 o'clock yesterday, and see what the difference is in 24 hours. Obviously we have just had all those friendship bonuses, so we should have quite a lot be added. And obviously these Shroomish are going to help as well. Now, one of the bonuses that the Plusle day brings of the magnetic study event, so that's today, is that it is 2 times catch XP as well. So you get pretty much a double bonus with this spotlight hour. It's 2 times catch XP, so every excellent throw will be, every Pokemon that you catch with an excellent throw, should I say, will give you around about 2,300 XP. Obviously, excellent throws normally grant you 1,000 XP, but you get 2,000 if it gets doubled in today's event. And then obviously you end up with about 300 XP just for your various curveball throw attributes and stuff like that. So around about 2,300 for every single excellent throw that we catch these Shroomishes on, which will really stack up with that lucky egg on. So we'll just make sure to see if it is working during the spotlight hour or whether it is just a thing for before and after. We'll try and hit an excellent throw again on one of these Shroomishes and see if it catches, just so we can have a quick look at the XP. But Shroomish is one of those Pokemon that, although not very useful in the game, it does have a very, very nice shiny indeed. So its shiny goes to an orange colour. If you haven't already seen the thumbnail on this live video, then you'll see it there. As you can see, 4,680 XP there with that Shroomish caught on an excellent throw. So it is doubled. So yeah, the shiny Shroomish goes to a bit of an orange colour, so the skin tone changes a little bit. The creamy colour goes to a little bit of a different shade of cream, and then the green patches and the green legs that Shroomish has, they go to a rather deep orange colour, which is a very, very nice shiny, and then it looks even better when you evolve it. So we'll have a look to see if I've got one of those already in my storage. Should have. We'll have a quick look after we've caught these ones. I'm surprised it's still light here really in the UK. It's getting a little bit dark now. Obviously the nights are drawing in, coming into the back end of autumn now. Here in the UK, Halloween is obviously fast approaching. And that always brings the darker weather with it. Our clocks will change as well, so we'll end up getting darker earlier on. And we'll just have to see how we go with the camera being on the live streams in future. If it's too dark, then I'll just keep the camera off and you can just hear me talking while we catch. But we'll see how we go when it gets to those darker nights for doing spotlight hour. Tiny Shroomish, great throw on that one. So we'll try and spin some stops as well and just recuperate on some Pokeballs. Nice little excellent throw on that one there. So we've done another event challenge. What will this encounter be? It's mining, so that's not the shiny boosted Pokemon of today. We're after Plusle for the shiny boost. I would assume the shiny boost, obviously it's normally 1 in 512 for all of Magnemite, Plusle and Minun, but I would assume that the boosted odds are around 1 in 64. Don't think they're as boosted as what a research day is, where you only have a 3-hour window. With it being 24 hours, I would assume that the odds for the shiny Plusle, Minun and Magnemite are 1 in 64. Well, unless anybody knows any different, then please let me know in the comments below. Well, I definitely haven't had one today, and I've roughly seen around about 15 of them so far. Plusles, that is. Obviously seen various Magnemites and Miners as well, as we've already seen on this Spotlight Hour. So, of course, a few other things that have happened this last week on Pokemon Go. We'll get into the big announcement that happened yesterday very soon. But we have the return of Giratina, the origin form. So that's the one that looks a bit more like a snake. And we have a return of that on 5-star raids, which of course can be shiny, 1 in 20 odds for all legendaries. And that includes the Galarian legendaries that we were talking about before. The legendary birds, them are also 1 in 20 if you do find those on your daily incense. But Giratina is in 5-star raids, and it's a very much sought after raid boss, although it's fell down the pecking order a little bit as a ghost type. Since it is still very much a fan favourite with its style and its shiny looking so good, with that blue replacing. Now, luckily enough, I was very, very lucky on a lucky trade once and ended up getting a Shundo Giratina, which I've obviously level 50'd, and it is a beautiful looking shiny. I do use it from time to time in the raids, mainly just to brag. There is better counters out there, but I haven't got too many things powered up to level 50 of the ghost type variant, but it is a super, super cool looking shiny Pokemon. So that is on 5-star raids. I'm really happy to see that return. It's been a while since we've had that. Obviously, it was released for the Go Fest weekend, I believe it was, or something leading up to the Go Fest weekend, but it wasn't around for too long, and then it disappeared again. This time around, we have it for 2 weeks. So from today, the 14th, till the 28th of October, we have it. And it's going to be really, really cool being able to raid that for 2 separate raid hours. And obviously all the days in between. But that will obviously be featured tomorrow night on raid hour, wherever you are, 6 PM till 7 PM. If you can, find your local community and meet up with them. I'm sure people will be doing loads of Giratina raids tomorrow, and there'll be loads of interest in it. But another, obviously the big announcement which happened yesterday, there was a video uploaded on Pokemon GO's YouTube channel. It premiered at different times around the world. Well, it was the same time, but obviously different time zones. And it featured what could only look like Gigantamax Pokemon. So Gigantamax have arrived on Pokemon Go. They will be featured weekend of the 26th and 27th, I believe it is. Could get me dates wrong there, but I believe it's the 26th and 27th of October. They will be featured. Now, the raid lobbies for them will be upgraded so that you can fit 40 in a lobby, and apparently you're going to need a minimum of 10 trainers to take it down. So I would assume 10 very, very high level trainers, level 50 or, well, level 45 or up to level 50 probably, and obviously with very good counters as well. It's pointless being a high level if you haven't got money good counters. So you do need those good counters, and you will need a minimum of 10 to take it down apparently. So these are what are coming out really early on. Obviously we have a couple of weekends away until this event, and we'll have to see what actually happens when we get closer to it. But so far all we know is that it's going to be Gigantamax of the Kanto starters. So that's, well, the last evolution of the Kanto starters. So that's Blastoise, Charizard and Venusaur will all get their Gigantamax forms released. And there was a little bit on the trailer as well, on the little video, where there was loads of other Gigantamax Pokemon. And obviously with me being a Gengar fan, I was looking out for the Gengar, and it never really appeared. The Gengar didn't on the video. But after watching it a second time around, there's a bit in the video where just close to the end of the video, there's about 4 trainers, 4 people looking up into the sky, and there's a shadow cast above them, and it looks like that is the shape of the shadow looks like it was the spikes that is on the top of Gengar's head. So it does look like Gengar on that video. And also another giveaway was that the 4 people who were looking up at Gengar, and when it was casting a shadow over the top of them, they were wearing Halloween outfits as well. So it was definitely a Halloween related ghost type Pokemon, and obviously that screams that it could be Gengar. So maybe Halloween this year we might get Gigantamax Gengar on raids. We'll have to wait and see, but that would be absolutely epic if we do. Now this little going wild research here that you can see on the events page, if you have brought the Go Wild Arena, the global ticket, then you will get this research today. And it is basically like an early research for those who have brought the ticket before. I believe you've got to buy the ticket before the 22nd of October to be able to get this research. And you get a little few bonuses. I think you get a incubator, you get obviously a lucky egg there that you can see. You do get different counters as well when you power up electric and poison type. I haven't yet done that, but we'll have to wait and see what we get. And then also you get a Toxel mask, which will probably look really cool actually. I'll have to put that on when we get it, and we will see what that looks like. But that is a little research for those who have already brought the global ticket. So if you haven't, if you want a research, buy it before the 22nd of October and you will get that research come through. But for now, let's just catch some more of the Shroomish. So what are people's thoughts of the Go Wild area event? Obviously it's a brand new event that Pokemon have released, and it's got something similar to the Alpha Pokemon, which if you've played the Nintendo games you might be more familiar with. The Alpha Pokemon are Pokemon that are bigger in size and tend to have better stats than its other likewise counterparts. And we're going to get something called Mighty Pokemon on Pokemon Go, which is going to be pretty much the same as the Alpha ones. It has an additional chance of being extra large, and it also has a greater chance of having higher stats as well. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But let me know in the comments what your thoughts are about the Wild Area ticket. Obviously it is available in the shop now. It's $11.99 at the moment. With what information we've released, it does seem a little bit excessive on the pricing, but each week that goes by they tend to be bringing more and more little bonuses out. So Toxel, for instance, which is obviously the baby form of Toxicity, that will be in 10 kegs during the event for people who have got the ticket. So little bonuses keep creeping out. Obviously the return of Popstar and Rockstar Pikachu, and of course the sort of rockstar looking Snorlax with its leather jacket. That's also going to be added into the game. And I think the in-person event, you can find that Snorlax in the wild, whereas the global event, it'll be on level 3 raids. So might have to be a little bit of raiding for that one, but normally with those events, when it's in level 3 raids, it's normally behind a 1 in 64 odds. So hopefully we can manage to get that shiny, and that will definitely be best buddied if that's the case. But we'll have to wait and see when that event comes around. But I have got the ticket. Let me know in the comments below if you've already got the ticket yourself, or if you're thinking about buying it, undecided, or definitely not. Let me know in the comments. So 26 minutes into the Shroomish Spotlight Hour, still no shiny. This time last week we'd already got a shiny Galarian Slowpoke, which was of course a feature of last week. Last week's bonus was of course the 2x Evolution XP, which we evolved loads of Peedles from a week before to just benefit me even more so on that bonus. But today it's all about the Stardust Shroomish, a already boosted Stardust Pokemon. So it gives 500 out on a normal day. Obviously if it's weather boosted, it'll give you some more as well. But 500 for a normal Shroomish, non-weather boosted. 1,000 when it gets doubled during this event. And then add your 50% on from your star piece and you're up to 1,500. So, and that is for a non-weather boosted one. I believe weather boosted ones will be around about the 1,800 Stardust count when you catch them. So if you are not to be in an area which is weather boosted for Shroomish, then you are going to be raking in that Stardust. But Lucky Egg is just about to faint out, so what we'll do is we'll quickly look and see if we've got any more friendship bonuses to level up today. Let's just quickly go up to Ultra Friends. None there, and we'll quickly nip back up to the Best Friends section to see if we have any more leveling up here. So it doesn't look like we've got any more today. It looks like we've already done all of the XP for today on the friendships. And as you can see, the darkness is setting in here in the UK, halfway through Spotlight Hour. But the good thing is that we're going to be heading towards the main road, which is obviously lit up a little bit more. And see my face once again on the camera. So we're walking with our shiny 96 Metagross at this moment in time, and it's going to be a bit of a challenge actually, because if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do. But there was a task that I set myself right at the start of the year, which was to get 500 best buddies by the end of 2024. Started the year on 334, so that's an increase of 166, which meant on average 14 best buddies every month. Now that's a best buddy every other day virtually, and obviously we haven't managed to keep on top of that. Some months we've got up to 17, others we've done 10, and there's been more months where we've only had 10 than there is 17. So unfortunately we are a little bit behind with the target, but I will be doing another monthly update at the end, or should I say at the start of November, and you'll see what progress we've had in October compared to the October's video, which is already up if you want to go watch it. But today, when I had a look, we've got 76 days left, starting from tomorrow, that is, not including today. 76 days left of this year. And best buddy wise, we still need an additional 41. So that's 41 best buddies in 76 days. that's going to be a challenge. That is going to be a very, very big challenge. So we'll have to see if we do manage to do that. But luckily, we should have a best buddy, or maybe even 2 tomorrow. So we should be able to bring that number down, potentially to 40, or what did I say, 44 did I say, best buddies remaining. Let's have a quick look so we make sure we get our numbers right. So yeah, 41, sorry. So we have 41 best buddies in 76 days. So potentially 2 tomorrow, we could bring that down to 39. So 39 best buddies in 76 days. That is a very, very big ask. That is more than 1 every other day. So huge ask. We're definitely going to be scanning those AR stats and trying to get some poffins and put poffins on our buddies throughout the day when we're walking about to try and get more bonus hearts. But it's going to be a challenge. But like I say, make sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with that challenge as we head towards the back end of this year. And we'll see if we can manage to do that. But 31 minutes gone of the spotlight hour. Star piece there gives us a pretty good indication on how long's left of the spotlight hour, with us putting 2 star pieces on right at the start. Both, of course, lasting half an hour. It's a good job really as well, because star pieces are something that I've definitely been wanting to get rid of for quite a while. 164 remaining. Don't want to use them all the time, of course, but when I know I'm going to be out and about and there's a Stardust event on like this, and we're definitely going to be putting them on and making the most of it. So a couple more Shroomish down here at the bottom. Now we will have a quick look and see. There's a car coming up the road as well, so it's a perfect time to do it. We will be having a quick look to see what the Shiny Shroomish looks like. We haven't had one this hour, unfortunately, but let's just have a quick look and see what that shiny looks like. As you can see, really, really nice shiny. None of these are any good, unfortunately, all on the 0 stars. We have managed to get 3 Shiny Shroomish, and then obviously 1 that we've evolved into Breloom. Again, another 0 star, not very good at all. I think these were caught, yeah, they were on the Go Fest of 2022. So really, really nice. I think that's when it was first Shiny debuted, I believe. But really, really nice shiny, especially one to Breloom. Unfortunately, none of them are any good. Hopefully we can get a better one today, but we only have 27 minutes left to do that in, so let's get catching these Shroomish. Only 65 Pokeballs left as well, which isn't good going. But of course we are aiming for 1,000 subscribers on the channel by the end of the year. Last time I checked, we were on 976, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. Please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Let's get over that 1,000 mark as quickly as we can and see where we end this year at. Now, it is incredibly dark down here, so I'm just going to watch where I'm stepping, walk a little bit slower, because it's not the most ideal path to walk on when it's dark. But this will bring us out to the road, which means street lamps should brighten it up a little bit on the camera feed. Hitting these excellent throws now quite well on the Shroomish. Pokemon storage full. That quick tag is going to really help us out with that. So extra large, extra small. I went through a stage where I was keeping 3 of each, of each Pokemon, I was keeping 3 extra extra large and 3 extra extra small, mainly for the showcases. Now that I've got the showcase badge, I'm not too fussed about keeping them if they're extra extra large or extra extra small. There's certain ones which I'll keep, which perhaps are a bit rare. So for instance, an extra extra small Friggybax or an extra extra large Friggybax, I will keep. But mainly, I only keep the 3-star extra extra large and extra extra smalls now, especially if they're good enough to that I would have kept them anyway. So 93 and above, let's say. Then I only tend to keep those ones now, mainly just because I've got that platinum badge now on the showcase. Also, because they were just taking up so much storage. Obviously, the Dynamax and Gigantamax that will be coming out as well. None of your current Pokemon, this is a really annoying thing as well, none of your current Pokemon that you have of the same species, so Charmanders, let's say, you can't Dynamax or Gigantamax a Charizard that you currently have. You have to obtain a separate one, which again takes up more storage, leading to you having to buy more or delete more stuff if you're already on max storage. So it does become a real fight against the storage space with these introductions. So that's something that I'm not really impressed by, but I can see why we've done it. Obviously, we want people to go out and do these Dynamax battles and these Gigantamax battles. And if people were able to Gigantamax or Dynamax ones they've already currently got, they wouldn't perhaps do them as often or as much. This way, it sort of forces people to do them because you have to obtain that Pokemon that can Dynamax or Gigantamax. So that's probably the reason we've done it, which I can see why, but it sort of sucks. So we'll just have to see how the Gigantamax works. Obviously, with Dynamax, you can only go in with a lobby up to 4 people. Gigantamax, you're going to have lobbies up to 40 people, so that might be a little bit different, but I would assume the same mechanics work where you can only Gigantamax Pokemon that you've caught from there, from a Gigantamax battle. But we'll have to wait to see. Hopefully that isn't the case, but I would assume it is based on what we've leaked so far. And of course, the Gigantamax battles are going to cost 800 max particles to do, so a little bit annoying. The good thing is that you don't waste your max particles if you don't successfully do it. So if you go into a max battle, Gigantamax battle or a Dynamax battle, and you don't do it, then you won't lose those max particles that it costs to go into that battle. You should regain those back. That's at least what the infographic says. So make sure to check before going in how many max particles you've got, and if you are unsuccessful, which I think I was earlier this week with a Phalanx, obviously a very hard max battle to do, but I was unsuccessful in that scenario, and I believe I did get the max particles back that I'd used to go into the max battle. So make sure to check that out as well and see for yourself. Well, that is one good thing, is that you don't get it taken off you if you miss out, because that would be very, very frustrating, especially if you don't want to spend money on buying max particles. It's going to be very, very frustrating if you can only do one a day, let's say, of the Gigantamax when we get released, and then you lose it if you don't actually manage to do the raid itself. So it's good that you at least get a guaranteed completion every day, if you can find enough people where that's a fix. So it's going to be a case of making sure to try and connect or get enough people on side in your community so that you can go and do them without any troubles. Now, I would be very, very surprised, this is just my sort of inkling, is that the weekend where they are released, I would be very, very surprised if it wasn't some sort of raid weekend or raid day, potentially on both days, where there's a set time where people can meet up, knowing that there's going to be those spawning. I would assume that's going to happen because the amount of lobbies are going to be struggling to get up to 20 or 40 when there's just one appearing here, there and everywhere. I think with those sort of raid days, encourages people to come out, especially with normal raids anyway. Obviously we haven't had a Dynamax or Gigantamax raid battle day or anything like that, so we'll have to see how this one plays out, see if there is a set time scale to do it, or if it's just all day and therefore it's going to be a bit harder to get people to go and do them. So we'll wait and see how it pans out. But anyway, we have 20 minutes left of the Shroomish Spotlight Hour, so let me know in the comments if you had the shiny before. Hopefully it's better than a 0-star than I've got. I've managed to get 4 of this shiny and all of them are 0-star. None tonight, unfortunately. But let me know in the comments below if you've managed to get a better shiny than what I have. Surely anything's better than what I have at this moment in time. So following a route with our buddy Metagross to get that extra heart, and then after Spotlight Hour we'll be swapping him out and going to our next one. Stay still, Shroomish. Thought that was an excellent throw, and it was just wasn't thrown hard enough then. Try and recoup some Pokeballs while we're going up here. Well, running extremely low. Annoyingly, I'd left my Pokemon GO Plus at home, so not managing to get that to spin stop for us while we're hunting for Shroomish. A little bit annoying. But of course, depending on obviously where you are, the winds are settling in here now in the UK. Well, they're approaching, should I say. Autumn is definitely here, but winter will soon be upon us. If you don't fancy going out yourself during Spotlight Hour, make sure to hit subscribe on my channel. We'll try and do every Spotlight Hour the week's going ahead, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, and then you can watch me instead of doing it yourself. So even if it's something completely boring like it was pretty much last week with Galarian Slowpoke, we had loads of people tune in last week, over 1,000 people, so that was amazing. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and you'll know when we go live. But it will be every week for Spotlight Hour, so if you're watching now, make sure to leave yourself a reminder that every week I'll be going live. And you can even have me, you can even be watching me while you're doing Spotlight Hour yourself if you're here in the UK or in the same time zone. And also you can be catching Shroomish for yourself and watching me at the same time. So hatching eggs here. Need to put 2k egg in. We will get rid of some of these 12Ks as well while we're walking around. We won't obviously hatch these tonight. We're going to put them in normal incubators for 2 of them, super incubator for 1 of them. Just over 15 minutes left of Shroomish before it disappears, and as always we'll have a little bit of a wind down at the end of the video and a little bit of a recap to see how we've managed to get on this Spotlight Hour. Check to see if we've got any hundos that I've not known about, and also of course see if we've got any shinies, which we haven't had so far, but we've got 15 minutes to change that. And then obviously we'll have a recap on our Stardust, which is what this Spotlight Hour is mainly about, and of course the XP as well. So we'll go over a screenshot which we took 24 hours ago and see how much XP we've earned in the last 24 hours with all those friendships, and of course the 2 times XP which has been on today. Not managed to catch too many Pokemon today before this Spotlight Hour, mainly down to me being at work, but we've hopefully managed to catch quite a few with excellent throws. And obviously even great throws can earn up to around about 1000 XP themselves for being a great throw. In fact, next time we do a great throw, we'll just check that out and see how much XP it actually is. But it would definitely up to 1000 mark if it was weather boosted. There is a great throw, so let's just see if this catches through and see what XP a great throw gets us. So 440 XP, not very good actually. Obviously if that was weather boosted, you'll be roughly around the 600, 650 mark. Excellent throw is definitely where it's at. Perhaps only excellent throws are XP boosted today. Didn't think that. Perhaps that's the case, where they are 2 times XP for excellent throws. Maybe I should just read the graphic a little bit more before assuming these things. I'm sure it's all written down on those infographics that are put out on the internet. A couple more great throws. We'll get these stops here. Did we spin that gym? I don't know if we did. We'll make sure to spin that. A few disgruntled Pokemon on this gym. Been there quite a while. We'll take this as well while we're here. And then we'll just walk up here and finish a route. Global Pig, what a name. We can also do a Giratina raid if there's one about, and see if we can get people on the invites. Or if you're watching, if you want an invite, let me know in the comments. We'll have to see if one is about though first. Shadow Glove is a very, very nice shadow Pokemon to obtain. Of course, it's on one of the leaders as well at the moment. I think it's Sierra, which has Shadow Ralts, so it can be shiny now. Really, really nice shadow Pokemon. Very, very useful, and it is, of course, a very, very nice shiny as well. I believe Mega God of War is slightly worse than the Shadow. Or it's the other way around. But there's not much between Mega and Shadow God of War at all, really. So let's see what hundos we've got to put on here. We'll go for a Hundo Blastoise with the party app. Loads more Shroomish now. Now we've just took that gym. And special research. Oh, it's a going wild. So we get that luck egg which we were talking about before. So let's just check the nearby to see if there is any Giratina raids. Unfortunately not. There is a Mega Sableye, but no Giratinas spawning. There might be a few up to the top. We'll have to see when we get there. So just over 10 minutes left of the Spotlight Hour. Zargold Silver. Now that is the end of a route. Well, someone's quite happily lured all these stops up here around here. That's very, very nice of them indeed. So toggle FPS. Very nice. Spin the gym while we're here as well, and we'll add on. Recently been taken red by the looks of the health of everybody. Go for a shiny Bulbasaur. So 9 minutes left of the Spotlight Hour. Still no Shiny Shroomish. Great throw on that one. So we haven't used any of our max particles today, so we might as well do these two that are here now as we're approaching the end of Spotlight Hour. We'll just catch these Shroomish around here and then we'll do these two max battles. Does make me wonder with the 40, with a 40 raid, or the max limit for the Gigantamax, the lobby limit should I say, being extended to 40, will you be able to invite? Or is that just 40 in person only? So maybe you might be able to invite, maybe we'll bring that function out. We'll have to wait and see. Our Dynamax Phalanx, halfway there now. One little annoying thing about these Dynamax battles is that you have to Dynamax your Pokemon no matter how quickly the Pokemon goes down. It always makes you Dynamax your Pokemon. So it is a little bit annoying with that respect. No, we won't bother placing one there. 5,000 XP and Sobble 585. Not a very good one, unfortunately. I think it's around 618 or 614 is a hundo for Sobble. Could be a little bit wrong there, but it's definitely around that mark. So 585 is definitely not a good one. Excellent throw. Third time lucky. So again, we'll catch these Shroomish around here, and then we'll be doing this Score Bunny. No way, you've got no shiny yet. Well, hopefully you get onto that. Fingers crossed for you. When does your Spotlight Hour start? I'm guessing it's not now. Hopefully it starts in a couple of hours, I'm guessing. Let's go ahead and do this one. 4 hours. So 4 hours, and then you get to do a whole hour of catching Shroomish. Make sure you put a star piece on, or a couple of star piece. Obviously, as I'm quite sure you're aware, Shroomish is one of those that is boosted Stardust. So 500 per catch turns into 1,000 during this event because it's 2 times Catch Stardust, and then a star piece will take it up to 1,500, and that's not even if it's weather boosted. If it's weather boosted, it'll be around about 1,800. So definitely worth putting a star piece on. But yeah, hopefully you do get that shiny tonight. It's a super, super cool looking shiny. I was lucky enough to get one about 3 years ago now, 2 years ago, when it was featured in the Pokemon GO Fest. Yeah, 2022. I was lucky enough to get 4 actually, but none of them are any good stats. Hopefully you get one, and hopefully you get a better one than all the 0 stars I've had. Cheers, thanks so much for subscribing. I'll make sure to check your profile out afterwards. Do you want to skip? Yeah, I'll skip that. So 5,000. I'm super close to quick tapping that 200 coin on this Dynamax Battles. I'm surprised I haven't done it yet. But I'm just trying to quick tap through. It's very, very close to tapping that 200 coins to try and double the bonuses, which totally isn't worth it. 608 score, buddy. Don't think that's too terrible, but I don't think it's too good either. Second ball, we've caught it. Not an excellent throw that time, but still, we'll take it. Yeah, we've definitely had better. So, a couple more Shroomish before the end of our spotlight here in the UK. So just trying to quickly catch these as fast as we can to try and get some more spawns in the time we have left. We've never normally had a shiny late on a spotlight hour before, so maybe today. Why not? Let's see if it happens. 3 minutes left to go, or less than 3 minutes even left to go with spotlight. Quite a nice, excellent throw to hit as well, Shroomish is, so hopefully you can rack up some XP. Into the final 2 minutes. A few more Shroomish up here. There's normally quite a good cluster at the top of this road, so hopefully we can get to that before the time ends. $444 CP. Definitely try and recoup on some of these Pokeballs. Let's get Shiny checking these free. Won't catch these just for saving time. Catch that one while we're waiting for spawns, or not. Completely failed with a throw there. Less than a minute to go. As our star piece just ticks into the minute. We've got about 30 seconds left of spotlight hour, if that. So can we get, I don't think we're going to be able to get this cluster. Perhaps doing those max battles was the reason we didn't, but there it is. The 7 o'clock timer chimes and spotlight hour, at least here in the UK, is over. So we'll have a little bit of a quick recap and see. Definitely don't want to be traveling down there, but we'll have a bit of a quick recap and see how we got on. But first, let's just claim those 300 max particles for walking so that we can start building up on some more. And we'll have a little bit of a recap now at where we are with, or after that Spotlight Hour. So no shinies, of course, no shinies during that Spotlight Hour. Any 4 stars? Any hundos? No hundos, unfortunately, after that Spotlight Hour. So 3 stars. What good ones did we manage to get? Did we manage to get anything really good on the stats? I don't think we actually managed to get many extra large or extra small, in fact, either. So that's definitely one of the best ones. 96 IV there. Quickly flip through these now. Another 91. And then we're into more of the generic spawns of today. So 96 is the best IV that we managed to get today. 15, 13, 15. Let's quickly have a look at our Stardust. So we started the hour at around about 11,060,000, and we've earned roughly around about 400,000 Stardust. So really good hour for Stardust. Make sure you put those star pieces on if you've not yet done it in your area. Really good hour for those star pieces and the Stardust. Now XP, let's have a quick look and see our screenshot from yesterday. So this was a screenshot I took at 7:15 yesterday. Well, you can see that at the top of the screen, 17 minutes past 7, and we were sat on 489,100,000. So how much XP have we earned in the last 24 hours? So let's have a quick look and see what we're on now. So 489.1, we are now on 492, nearly 492.1. So an increase of 2.9, nearly 3 million in just 24 hours. So that is an epic amount of XP. That's mainly down to a lot of best friends going all at the same time today with a luck egg on. Obviously, this season's Go Max season is a boost as well. So that's definitely helped. But that's pretty much it for Spotlight Hour today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already done so. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to tune in next week as well. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you again very soon. Bye for now.